Hi everyone, I'm Mr. Lisp, this is Mr. Lisp in progress, and today's topic we are talking about what if it doesn't work. Why is this a topic? What if it doesn't work? What about what if it does? This is the question we have to try and flip ourselves to think. What if it does? How about giving ourselves a different perspective? A different point of view? Why are we always 90% of the time thinking about something not working instead of thinking about something actually working? And I feel our main bit of it is fear. And I think fear holds us. Fear really does hold us in a place of, you know, fear of other people's opinions, fear of failing, fear of, invested time, effort, and money, fear of, I've had this big talk, but then I've delivered nothing, and everybody's gonna say this and everybody's gonna say that. So it's fear mainly of other people more than fear of yourself. Like, why? You know yourself better than anybody does. Yeah, you look in that mirror and you know who you are and what you stand for and what you can achieve. So the whole fact of what if it doesn't work, why are we coming with this mindset? Why? If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But we find a way to make it work. We find a way to make it work. Anything can be possible if we put our minds into stuff. You may not have the answer yourself directly. I may not have the answer myself directly. But collectively, if we ask around, if we do our research, we solidify ourselves as a unit to get to the common goal, we can find a solution. There's a solution out there for everything. And this is what we have to always remember. Forget about the what if it doesn't. What if it does? I spoke about this previously when hearing the word yes actually changes your life. Hearing the word no disappoints you, but it makes no change to what you currently have because you don't have to do anything different to what you were doing. It was already no, you was in the same position. When you've heard yes, your position has now changed. So what if it does? Let's concentrate on that. Let's start thinking and dreaming a bit more and start thinking about what if things does change? What if it does work? What do I now need to do? How can I now operate with something else? Because this is now working. Do I now have to look at extra staff? Do I have to look at changing jobs? Do I have to look at bigger houses? Do I have to look at whatever your goal is? If it's working, now you have to start adapting and changing and start thinking from a place of what if it does work? What if this happens next and I try that and that works, instead of thinking, well, we have to think more positively. Because again, it's manifestation. What we believe in and what we're putting out there is what's going to happen. So we need to manifest stuff and we need to start talking into ourselves with more positivity and just giving ourselves that own kick up our own, to propel us to believe in ourselves. Because many people will say, yeah, you can do it, but do they actually believe in you as much as you need to believe in yourself? Because you're the person that it makes an impact on, first and foremost. Other people will come along. Other people will join. We come from a place where there's a herd and sheep mentality. So a lot of people will flock once everybody else starts flocking. But once you can be there yourself and get things done and achieve it, you will get the people coming in and people will come on board. But you have to be on board and you have to be ready. So this is how I'm going to leave it today. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Mr. Lisp out.